ICE was just established in 2003 in the same suite of legislation as the Patriot Act and the Iraq War. In order for us to feel safer in our streets, our churches, our schools, and our homes, we must abolish ICE.
Okay, so that is a commercial from Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Shockingly, she beat one of the most powerful members of Congress, Democrat Joe Crowley here of New York, referred to as the King of Queens. And as you can see right there, one of her platform stances, get rid of ICE.
Michelle Malkin joins us now, host of Malkin. Michelle Malkin Investigates on CRTV. Michelle, what is this big pull now? Get rid of ICE, as if they are the problem as they crack down on illegal immigration in our country.
Yeah, I don't just question the patriotism of the Abolish ICE movement. I question their sanity. And the danger I see is that it's become a mainstream view. Ocasio-Cortez is a member of the Democrat Socialists of America. This is the same group that organized the protest against our Homeland Security Secretary at the restaurant. These are shrieking radicals.
Bafflegab. B-A-F-F-L-E-Gab. Baffle. Definition. Incomprehensible or pretentious language, especially bureaucratic jargon.
Welcome to Bafflegab. I'm your host, Ralph Wigglesworth.
About Minnie Thompson, I'm the liberal.
No, I'm just joking, folks. Lenny actually couldn't be here. He's at the Families Belong Together March in Manhattan, or he was supposed to be. By now, he probably got sick from smelling all the patchouli and reefer in the crowd. So who knows where he is or when he'll be here. But anyway, let's get into it. What a week it has been. A lot of upsets, a lot of big changes in America this week. Some people look around, they go, this isn't the America I used to know. And I gotta say, I gotta agree with them. Because as that clip you just heard, this is not the America I used to know. You know, you think that the Democrats are weak and they'll do certain things, but to hand over their party to communists, well, this is new. So congrats or whatever to Ocasio-Cortez for her win this week. Personally, I gotta say my favorite Cortez was the white Spanish conquistador Hernan Cortez. But we gotta give credit where credit is due, and the commies did get 1 point on the board this week in some backwater villa in New York City called NY-14. So way to go, Dems. But if you're a good patriotic Republican like me, you've actually got a little bit more than one 28-year-old winning a primary election to celebrate this week. And it's all thanks to those beautiful men on the Supreme Court. Let's hear it for them. No thanks to the women on the Supreme Court who kind of just stood in their way. Now, let's go over some of the big wins this week. The travel ban upheld. You can now say that we're blocking immigrants from Muslim countries, and that's fine and legal now. Now, I know Lenny thinks that Muslim is a bad word, or so he's told me, but not anymore. It's now legal to say, no Muslims, no Muslims. We destroyed public sector unions. No more of this tying the hands of the workers and then stealing their money and spending that money on union dues and then using those union dues to elect Democrats who will then help the workers. That is over now. Workers will fend for themselves. Unions are dead. Bye-bye, unions. What was that famous sketch in the 90s on SNL with David Spade? Bye-bye, unions. Yeah, that's what we're saying this week. Now, you can also tell gay couples legally, hey, stay out of this bakery. We only work with heterosexual eggs, sugar, and flour in here, pals. States can now apply sales tax on items purchased on the internet. The internet's no longer a free zone. We got it. We got some sales tax in there. Money coming in for the state, but not too much. And on top of all that, Christian crisis pregnancy centers do not have to tell harlots where they can kill their babies. So, sorry, whore, but you're off the book for 9 months. All right, plus, once you have the baby, you now have another mouth to feed, and hopefully that child will be so disgusted by your poor life choices that you've made while living in squander that they'll grow up and say, I don't want to be like mommy, I'm going to pick myself up by bootstraps and become a future Republican. Look at all these wins. If that's not enough, Supreme Court Justice Robert Kennedy is retiring. So Trump now gets to pick a brand new Supreme Court justice. So if you're sick of Trump and you're tired of winning, well, get ready, because Trump's legacy is now guaranteed for at least the next 20 to 40 years.
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more.
And exactly what will all this winning look like? I don't know. Here's a picture of the future. Roe v. Wade overturned. Baggy pants overturned. Citizens United passed again, just because we can, and you didn't have that many things to put in our courts anymore because people can't sue each other like they were all the time. English is now the official language. No more pushing #1 for Spanish on the old telephone. Hack comedians like Dennis Miller have been asking for this for years, but finally the Supreme Court is going to make it legal. The tax rate is going to be brought down even more to lift the burden on the working people, especially those hardworking millionaires and billionaires. Now, we'll pay for this by raising the tax rate a percent, like 1% or 2% on the trillionaires. Now, we don't have any trillionaires yet, but when we do, that guy is going to pay his fair share, and I think the IRS will be able to sustain itself for at least 5 years on a 1% tax rate on this one trillionaire. So, billionaires, let's get going, and let's see who can be the first man or woman, but probably man, to be a trillionaire. And now, you're one step closer to that finish line thanks to our golden-haired American child, President Donald Trump, and his greatest achievement to date, the one that I think was going to win him the Nobel Peace Prize, the tax cut. Because today is the 6-month anniversary of the Trump tax cut. Bring in the balloons, boys! That's right, it's the tax cut. They said it couldn't be done, but Trump, he doesn't listen to anyone, and he said, I'm going to get these millionaires and billionaires to pay a little less. It's unfair that it's at 36%. We're going to get it down even further. Now, I know it's not legal to light sparklers inside, but, I think that that's okay for today. I'm going to light these sparklers in here. 6-month tax cut, Trump's tax cut. If you're out there on July 4th and you don't know what to celebrate America, how about Trump's tax cut? That's one of the greatest things that America has ever done. I'm going to take off my shirt here because I don't want the sparkler to get caught on that. This is what the Ralph Show sounds like. We're celebrating the tax cut. Now, I bought a cake on the way here from a straight baker. I went in there and I said, I want to make sure that only heterosexual hands are touching this cake. And they said, we guarantee, sir. And I said, great, make it all gold, just like Trump's hair, and have it say Trump's tax cut on the front. And there we go, my little slice. Now, it look good. Cake. It's been a while since I've had sugar. Melissa doesn't let me have sugar at home, so this is really getting me. My flagpole's standing up at full attention now. This is Trump's tax cut, Trump's tax cut. It's been a while since I've consummated with myself, and I think now's a good time. I mean, luckily this is only audio. It's not going to be any video. A little time for Ralph to, consummate with himself. He's a grand old flag. It's a high-flying flag. I'm going to get right. Oh, yes! Yes! Where's that winning clip again? Greg, play the winning clip again. I want to hear this while I eat cake, and I'm so... Lenny, get out of here! Lenny, this is not for you! Lenny, this is not for bad Democrats right now. This is about the tax cuts, and now Republicans are winning!
Sorry, folks, I just got back from
Where's my shirt? Lenny, where do you hide my shirt?
Why are you jacking off in the studio?
That is not, folks, that's not... Melissa, please turn it off.
Ralph Wigglesworth,
please turn it off
pleasuring himself in the studio.
It was not, I'm sorry if I care about things, and if I have passion, and I care about the tax cuts.
No, you have a lot of
We're winning America! Greg, play the winning clip again!
Greg,
play it again!
Greg, I don't know how long this has been going on.
How was the march, Lenny? Would you like a piece of cake? We have cake!
Well, I don't know what it's celebrating, so...
Lenny, we have cake!
Well, the march was good. It's
celebrating the tax cuts!
Oh, great. I'm glad. I just got back from the Families Belong Together march at Foley Square in Manhattan. It was inspiring to see thousands of men and women coming together, families coming together to tell Trump that his evil, unjust family separation policy must end.
That sounds really good, Lenny, but I need to clear my head for a second. You mind? I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'm gonna use the studio bathroom. I'm gonna take a long poop.
Sure you are. Yeah.
Oh, Lenny, what's the internet password?
Internet password is yes we can, but the network is I'm with her. Okay, bye Ralph. Ralph Wigglesworth just went to clean up his problem in the pants area there. I'm Lenny Thompson, the liberal host of the show, and undoubtedly I'm going to have to undo some of the rhetorical damage that Ralph inflicted on you, dear listener, right after this break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Baffle Gab. All right, folks, welcome back to Baffle Gab. This is Lenny Thompson, your co-host. I just listened to what Ralph recorded, the utter stream of bullshit that he recorded before I arrived, and I will answer it in due time. Oh, speak of the devil.
Your comments will not go uncontested because Ralph Wigglesworth is back.
Yes, after satisfying his carnal urges in the studio bathroom.
I don't know what you're talking about. Greg, I think we can edit that out after the celebration. Once I say the 6-month anniversary of the Trump tax cut,
okay, he's jerking it. Let's just say that. Jerking off.
Melissa, you can continue listening now.
Okay.
So anyway, Lenny has a lot of explaining to do about his actions, which I would say are uncivil and disgusting.
Oh, you know what's uncivil and disgusting? Failing to mention Ocasio-Cortez.
That's what I was getting at.
The upstart socialist Democrat in New York who I made the cold open to discuss, but Ralph just conveniently sidestepped it to talk about the 6-month anniversary of the Trump tax cuts and the horrible week we've had.
Well, I'm sorry, but communists will get no airtime when I'm around.
Okay. Well, when the revolution comes, you're first against the wall. That's all I'm saying.
The revolution will not be coming. It has been postponed by 20 to 40 years now, thanks to the Supreme Court. Anyway, let's get into Lenny and why his party is going to be electing a communist this fall, possibly, but they'll probably be defeated. NY-14, I'm counting on you.
Okay, yes. The Democrat is going to be defeated in solid blue New York City. I'd love to see that.
But before we get into this, Lenny, I was in the bathroom taking a poop.
Okay.
And I saw something very shocking. So I was on there, and I was on the cell phone using the internet to look up a story. I wanted to find a real juicy story. So I was in private mode, and I was looking at a juicy story.
Yes.
And then I had noticed a flash of color outside of the window. Right? And so I got up. Right? Well, I was already standing up because I was pooping, but I was standing up. But anyway, I saw something out the window, and I looked. And now I don't want to. There was a man out there, and I got real nervous.
A man.
Right? I was real nervous, so I locked the door. So
outside.
So maybe when I went in the bathroom, maybe you heard the door locked.
Yeah.
That's because I got real scared. I was scared. That's why I would lock the door when I'm in the bathroom. And there was a man, and I'm not going to mention race, but he was wearing an African garb.
African garb.
He's wearing a traditional African dress outside.
Okay.
He's on the street. He was smoking cigarettes, and he's looking down. He had sunglasses on, and I got scared, and I got nervous. And you know, I've seen on the internet recently there has been a brave woman at a barbecue named Becky, and an even braver woman who is a stickler for permits named Patty.
We're gonna get into that later in the show.
Okay, but then anyway, I called the police because I want to make sure everything is up.
Ralph, come on! You called the police?
They're there for our
Why?
Because
a man is smoking a cigarette?
I think you missed. His dress. He's dressed traditionally in an African garb, and I want to. I don't know.
You feel unsafe by that?
So the police they're going to go check it out, and they're going to call me back. And so I just wanted to let you know that if the police come here, everything is okay. Everything is fine. There's no reason for you to freak out.
Okay, Ralph Wigglesworth wasting the police department's resources. You heard it here first. All right.
But they may be asking for your communist card.
Okay.
Right, Lenny?
Yeah.
Your party gave up Jim Crowley for a communist this week.
Joe Crowley.
Whatever his name is.
I don't blame you. Nobody had ever heard of Joe Crowley. And actually, few people had heard of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez either, because the New York Times wouldn't cover her campaign. Her opponent, Joe Crowley, who, by the way, was next in line to become Speaker of the House after Nancy Pelosi.
If They kept the House. We'll
Yeah,
see. We'll
okay.
see how midterm elections go.
Uh-huh.
NY-14, I'm counting on you.
Well, he wouldn't even show up to debate his opponent, Ocasio-Cortez, in person. He sent, get this, a surrogate to debate his opponent. Now,
She wasn't worth his time,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, and the New York Times, they justified not covering her campaign by reminding us that they are a national newspaper that has New York in the name and a whole section devoted to the New York City region. So
frankly, I'm confused here, Lenny. Why wouldn't these liberal factions? The New York Times is a communist rag. It's might as well printed on red paper, as far as I'm
It's not
concerned.
communist.
Why did they not?
why
Why
did
didn't they cover this? Why didn't they cover
Well,
a
look.
communist of their own joining in this party?
Well, look, I'm just going to say it. I am excited for Ocasio-Cortez because she is a Latina woman representing a district that, spans across Queens and the Bronx, and she is going to represent her constituents far better than the old white geezer Joe Crowley, no question. But it's also true that Cortez is a Bernie bro. That's right, you heard it.
No!
She's affiliated with Bernie Sanders, former Bernie Sanders organizer. She's affiliated with Justice Democrats. It's an outside group that challenges the Democratic establishment, founded by Cenk Uygur of the Young Turks, and get this, the Democratic Socialists of America. That's right, the Democratic Socialists of America, DSA. Now, I'm not Ralph, Cold Warrior, Red Scare. I'm not this guy, but I did have some concerns. You know,
that guy.
Joe Crowley's been loyal to the party. He's been waiting his turn for years to become Speaker of the House. And this young upstart, I was a little skeptical when she started her campaign.
I'm still very skeptical.
Now I totally support her. I 100% have her back, and nobody could say that I didn't, because I always did.
Wait. Lenny, I believe that we have...
I just wondered what's best for the party, but now I know that she's best for the party. End of discussion.
But Lenny, I believe we have a clip here of you being asked your feelings about this woman, and then you just laugh. Do you remember this? You were being interviewed by a local Bushwick blog.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They asked you how you felt about you think that Joe Crowley, and then you just laughed.
Well, I don't remember doing that, so...
You didn't give a response. You just rolled on the floor laughing, and you said, "No way in hell."
Well, look, I wasn't the only one. I'm a loyal Democrat. I'm true blue, baby. Born blue.
But so I'm a little confused here. Also, you said that this group is the Democratic Socialists of America.
That's right.
Now, to me, they're the Democrat Socialist of America, as you heard Michelle Malkin saying earlier in the clip. These. Do not be confused, folks. These are Democrats.
Okay,
Right?
I'm not quite sure what the semantic distinction is that you're trying to make here. You're trying to say that all Democrats are socialists?
That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Yes, and they're the type of people who would ruin a young lady, maybe not as young as Miss Cortez here, but another young lady, Christian Nielsen, the Deputy Secretary of Homeland Security. Do you remember this?
Yes.
She just wanted to go eat at a restaurant.
A Mexican restaurant.
At a restaurant. She wanted, it doesn't matter.
After separating.
She wanted to eat a sandwich and a tortilla. Okay. After just a good day of speaking to the public and assuring them, hey, ICE is doing their job and they're sticking to what the law says. And if you disagree with that, then you don't like the Bible. And so she just wanted to go out and eat a sandwich and a tortilla. And unfortunately, she couldn't. Why couldn't she? Because the Democrat Socialists of America /USSR busted in and shamed her. They shamed her and they made her feel bad. She came there to have a water, not drink her own tears.
Okay. Well,
I don't understand.
I think maybe she should have to drink her own tears because this is the person who's overseen Trump's irresponsible, unjust, evil policy of separating children from their families at the border. And so far, over 2,000 children are still not reunited with their families, and we don't know if they ever will be.
They will be! Trump made that promise.
Babies are in cages, and you're worried about whether this woman can enjoy a peaceful meal at a Mexican restaurant?
Yes.
I thought you guys...
It's different. It's being civil. It's about being civil. We're going to get into this? I thought we were talking about Ocasio-Cortez. Now you want to talk about being civil.
Well, if you want to talk about Ocasio-Cortez, we're going to talk about Her slogan that she ran on, and it's not like she came up with it or coined it, but you've been hearing it more from the progressive wing of the Democratic Party recently, and that is abolish ICE. She thinks they should be abolished, and given the Gestapo tactics that ICE has employed recently, I tend to agree.
Look, that's the law. If you don't like the law, it's time for you to change the law. But yeah, she's running on that slogan.
Yeah, let's change the law.
She's running on all kinds of crazy things. Okay, now I have a list here of her platform. All right, let's go through this. Medicare for all. Everyone's getting Medicare now?
All right.
Everyone's getting Medicare. Housing as a human right. As a human right.
Go on.
I'm allowed to live inside of a house because I'm a human. The only housing you're allowed as a human is the womb. And once you're out of there, housing is no longer a human right. A federal jobs guarantee. Gun control. Assault weapons ban. She wants you to throw away all your assault weapons now.
Oh, no.
Criminal justice reform.
Oh.
An end to private prisons.
Oh, my God.
An end to private prisons.
How will those hardworking private prison owners, how will they survive?
Look, I got a lot of friends who are millionaires and billionaires who own private prisons. They have a lot of stake in private prisons. And are you going to put them out of work?
Yes, I
for
hope
private
so.
prisons?
I hope so.
You're going to put them out of work for private prisons.
We're talking about private prisons that have a quota for how many beds have to be filled and will actually charge states and municipalities if they don't arrest and imprison enough people. Yes, let's abolish it. That's fine.
Why should they be paying for an empty bed? What are they?
What else? What other evil, scary things does Cortez?
Abolish ICE, which again, like Michelle Malkin points out at the beginning, is putting more people out of jobs. If you abolish ICE, you're going to put thousands
think of the Gestapo.
These are a lot of these members are good members of like they're veterans. Right? I saw a photo today, and it was nothing but it was a good veteran who had maybe one or two neo-Nazi tattoos.
Oh, just one. Just a couple.
He's got several tattoos. If he's got 25% of your tattoos are Nazi tattoos, are you a Nazi? I don't know.
Yes.
That's a debate for another day. But you're going to put a good man like him who just came back, from fighting in the military out of work. So happy 4th of July. Democrats hate.
Well, we don't care about veterans anyway, so whatever.
Solidarity with Puerto Rico. Okay, now I think we need someone who puts America first. Mobilizing against climate change. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen a mobile home, but they don't deal well to climate change. A tornado will take them down.
Okay.
Right? I'm a little confused, but clean campaign finance.
Sounds good enough.
Higher education for all.
Good.
Right?
Yeah, sure.
Higher education for all. Everyone has to go to school and get more homework now. You can't
Did you been to Europe?
At 16.
It's talking about free college?
No, I have not been to Europe. Is that a joke?
Is there more? Because so far, these all sound perfectly reasonable to me.
Women's rights. Thought they had rights. I don't know what that's about. Support, and I can't read this next word.
LGBTQIA+.
Some of those aren't even letters. Support seniors. Seniors, why do I got to support seniors? Seniors.
They're already living on the hog. High from Social Security.
That's
what
true.
help do they need?
I'll take it to I got a great grandma, and I'll take it to her house where she's sitting there eating Matlock. She's playing chess.
She's eating Matlock DVDs. She's so impoverished, actually. All right, so yeah, these all sound.
What are you gonna do? Slap those DVDs out of her mouth, Lenny? Is that what you and Cortez want to go do?
Yes.
Curb Wall Street gambling and restore Glass-Steagall. Okay, Glass-Steagall ain't never coming back. Okay, so let's get that right out.
Well, Bill Clinton, it was during his presidency that we repealed it, so I think we could bring it back.
Well, let's come here full circle. You're gonna restore Glass-Steagall when you have 6 conservatives on the Supreme Court?
Yeah.
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll try.
Yeah, you'll try. So anyway, it seems to me that, you may agree with some of these, but it seems like the main thing that you agree with Ocasio-Cortez is that she is a Latino woman. That seems to be the main benefit she's offering to the Democrats.
She represents her constituents. Some of the things that she says, I don't necessarily agree with. Some of the things I don't want to be paying for rich people's kids to go to college. That's why I believe in means testing. Because if history has taught us anything, it's that if you want to roll out a big welfare program, just start by putting all these restrictions and unneeded layers of bureaucracy built in. That way you have an inefficient system that will peter out after a few decades and we can try something new. That seems to work. So yeah, I'm a little concerned about that. Healthcare for everybody? What about the rich people? Again, why do I need to be giving rich people free healthcare? They can afford it.
They earn it. If everyone gets healthcare, then everyone gets healthcare.
And
even the rich. If that's what you want to do, if that's what your democratic system.
And Hillary Clinton said, if you break up the big banks tomorrow, that won't end racism, and I agree. So some of her Wall Street talk, I could take it or leave it.
Look, I asked you once, Lenny, to never bring up that woman's name ever again. And here's
Hillary Clinton. I'm with her. Stronger together.
Stop it. It's bad enough I had to do your damn
Hillary
Wi-Fi.
Rodham Clinton.
No, stop that. But you know what? Really, if you want to learn Miss Ocasio-Cortez's policies, you'll be able to read it all in her red book that'll be required reading when there's higher education for all. Everyone will be able to read this.
Great.
Anyway, it's just...
Are we done with the Red Scare? Are we done with the
No, I feel like... No. Look,
the communists are coming, people! Oh my God!
I want our listeners to know that you are on high alert now. Look, I know that Obama was a communist. We may have overstepped the lines. I want to be the
very
first...
Wall Street-friendly communist.
I want to be the first... He's hiding. He was waiting until his third term to really unleash it, and unfortunately, Trump blocked him. Thankfully, Trump came in there and blocked Obama from... Yeah, because he was. You knew he was. And you knew when they met for the first time and they're sitting next to each other, that's when Obama knew, oh, crap, I can't go for this coup I've had planned for these last 8 years.
No cultural revolution for Maobama. Sorry.
Yeah, his days were numbered and he knew it. And, the number was January 20th. 2018. That's when his day was numbered.
Listen. You mean 2016.
That's what I said. That's what I said. I said 2016. I just said 2016.
Okay.
What did I say, Lenny?
2018.
No, I said 2016. Okay. I said the right number.
Listen,
are we going to talk?
How
did I not say? What are we going to talk about?
Are we going to talk about this person, or are we just going to
What do you have to say about this person? But I want our listeners to know this is on high alert. These are real communists now coming for your children. They're going to come and tear your families away. These Cortez people are going to come here, just like Hernan Cortez. Where does her name come from?
Where does Cortez come from?
Yes.
I don't know if it comes from Hernan Cortez.
It comes from a conquistador who came here and destroyed lives and tore people apart, and that is what the communists are going to do. You wait and you will see. Your white families will be torn apart once the Cortezes are in power, and we cannot let that happen. I know we overreacted a little bit with Obama. Maybe Obama wasn't a communist. Maybe he was just a socialist. But now these people, they say socialist, but they mean communist. I saw a tweet this week, and it broke it down. Okay, so communism means socialism. Nazi means socialism. ISIS means socialism. Okay, it all is the same thing right now, and I have... Wow. Your party has some explaining to do. You're about to hand your party over to the crazy fringe far left.
Are you going to come in your pants again?
Of your party. I'm not. Don't say that to me right now.
All right.
Okay?
Ralph is getting very excited.
Why is it abolish ICE? Why can't it be reform ICE?
Well, it's a slogan.
Why can't it be?
Do you think
it's a slogan?
The right has been using abolish the IRS for years. They have more power than they've ever had in this country. Do you think Trump is going to overturn the IRS?
He abolished the IRS.
He's not going to abolish the IRS.
So you admit you're weak. You're not going to abolish ICE.
Well, we could abolish ICE, but there does need to be some border law enforcement agency. I don't necessarily think ICE is, in its current stage, is what we should have. No.
Free ICE!
Free ICE. What?
Ladies and gentlemen, I believe Bill Morgan is here.
Yeah.
Free ICE. You heard me.
I did, but
That's the catchphrase of the summer, boys. Free ICE.
Okay, I mean, I could use some. It's really hot in here.
Bill, I think you're going to have a little bit of explaining to do. Ain't no abolish ICE. It's going to be free ICE.
Okay.
Now that I put that on my truck, I got to paint it on the side of my truck. Free ICE, I hear these people saying abolish ICE. Abolish ICE, get rid of what are you going to do? Hammer them? You're going to hammer these poor boys into little chunks?
No.
You're going to hammer this, you're going to take a little ice pick and pick them, and no, I say free ICE. free them from the tyranny of the left who wants to destroy them and ruin these 6,000 jobs or so. How many? I don't
Okay, all right. Enough of the crocodile tears for fucking the border agents.
Now look, Lenny, my face looks like this because of all the cigarettes and whiskey, all the cigarettes I smoke and whiskey I drink. That's why I have a crocodile face. So these are real tears coming down crocodile skin, but this is what my skin looks like. So how dare you call these crocodile tears? There's real tears on crocodile skin.
If you say so, Bill. Free ice, though. That seems like a confusing slogan.
Free ice!
Free ice.
No, when I'm at a rock show, I don't yell free bird anymore. I yell free ice! Free ice! And I'll be honest with you, it has been a little bit of a confusing phrase, because people keep coming up and they keep thinking that in my truck, I'm giving away ice. People, a bunch of dumbasses at Home Depot knocking on my door saying, hey, buddy, I'm here for the ice.
It's 90.
I said, free ice!
It's 90 degrees outside in the searing Brooklyn heat. Of course people are going to think that.
Well, Bill, do you have ice? Of course I have ice. How do you think I keep my cars so cool? Now, in the truck of my van, I have it filled with ice. You know, it also makes a little, like, it's a cool pool for General Lee.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
My dog, General Lee, can jump in the little, all the ice there, and he can dance around, and, you know.
I can only imagine the critters and gunk and fucking generations of dirt in the bed of your truck.
Well, you don't have to imagine. It's parked right outside, which I may warn you, there is a man out there who is smoking a cigarette. He's dressed, and I don't want to say the race of the man, but he is dressed in a traditional African garb.
Oh,
Bill, don't
really?
worry. Bill, don't worry. You don't have to say anymore. I've called the police. I'm waiting on their phone call to get back to me, but that has been handled. But so for now, free ice. And that man came up to me and he said, is that ice for free? And I said, you stay away. You stay away. And I ran in here as fast as I could. I got scared. That man, he was wearing, his dresses, his clothes were kind of weird. So I ran in here.
Kind of weird.
And so I got in here. It wasn't like a good flannel shirt with holes in it where I got your Marlboro Reds in the pocket like I wear. So I ran in here. I was scared. But he's probably out there right now taking my ice. He's stealing my ice.
Oh, no. Well,
free ice! I gotta go save my ice!
Okay, Bill. Wow.
Well, there you go. The battle of the slogans. Is it abolish ice or free ice?
Well, one is descriptive, one is nonsense. So I'm going to have to go with abolish ice for this round. But, you know, Cortez, we wish her luck. No, we
don't.
Wholly endorse her and wish her well.
NY-14, I'm counting on you.
I just hope she takes more after Barbara Boxer than Bernie Sanders. And I'll leave it at that.
All right, well, you're listening to Bafflegab.
That's right. We'll be right back.